Well, you're right, this is the third year, and I think there's benefit for, obviously, for Laguna Phuket. I think there's benefit for Phuket, and I think there's benefit for the charities that we support as well. I mean, starting off with Laguna Phuket, we've got to know them very well, and I think every year we make it bigger and better. And it's great exposure, and it's been not a lot of PR in the past, but this year they're making a half-an-hour TV programme around the whole weekend and the event, which will be shown on on Starsport in the future, which is great publicity for us. So it's very good for us, and if it's good for us, it's good for Phuket. I think from a Phuket perspective, you just see what's happening today. I think it's a great. For all the sports fans out there, it's a nice weekend for us all, and to focus on sports, and great for the kids. We might get a few Ronaldos coming out of this session today, and then for the charities, we've helped different charities each year, and this year it's the Special Olympics movement for the three southern regions in Thailand, which are generally neglected as far as funding is concerned. So it's a good cause. It's these guys are special, and it gives them the opportunity to develop.
And you had a good game of golf too with Stephen McMahon, the ex-Liverpool England player, and that was fundraising too. How did the golf go?
It was a fun day. I'll leave it at that. The golf wasn't great. None of us played to our potential, but no, it was great wandering around with Steve and quizzing him. He was playing during my time when I was watching football a lot in the UK, and bringing back a lot of memories. So it was good fun. But
just a couple of weeks after the Thailand Open, the same course. It's a good course, right?
I think, well, it's the golf course traditionally has been a neglected facility within Laguna Phuket in regard to it's been considered more as a facility. The golf guys have done, Tim Haddon and Blair Pratt have done a great job in uplifting the events, and having the ESPN Starsport over the last few years started the gravitas lifting, and we were over the moon to hold the Thailand Golf Open this year, which was a great success from the players, participants, and the organisers. So no, we're very happy with the exposure and the recognition the golf course is finally getting.
And also the ESPN, they had a charity dinner at the Sheraton with the Earth Hour coinciding at the same time, switching off the lights. How environmentally conscious and cost-saving are you now as a group? Is it just the Sheraton or is it others?
Well, I think just generally we've always been a very environmentally friendly group, not just at Laguna level but also the Banyan Tree level. We're an abandoned tin mine that was written off, which we've developed into Laguna Phuket to start with. So from a cost saving and efficiency of using electricity for the environment as well, obviously there's a dual purpose these days. I mean, it's a difficult economic environment, so we're obviously saving costs, but it's also good to reduce the amount of energy that's being used as well.
Do more of it, not just on Earth Hour, on a sort of more regular basis to encourage both cost saving but also energy, obviously?
Yes, I think, well, hopefully this is going to be an annual event. Like as you mentioned, this was just really at Sheraton last night, but I think next year we will definitely do it across the whole of Laguna Phuket, and hopefully we won't get too many guest complaints, but I hope most guests would understand, and yes, just gradually increase our energy conservation to obviously preserve the planet.
How is your income going? Because it looks like there are still a lot of empty spaces on the beach and perhaps around the hotels. How is the occupancy at the moment?
Occupancies are down. For the first quarter we were down 30% on last year. And it's going to be a tough year, 2009. I don't think you need me to tell you about the troubles of the world economy, and it's affecting every business in the world, and tourism industry in Phuket with the political issues we've had as well is also suffering. So yeah, business is down, and we're expecting a tough 2009, and hopefully things will pick up later in the year.
What is the average occupancy then at the moment?
Well, they did. Well, as I mentioned, it's about 30% down on 20 to 30% down across the hotels. As in, so we're looking at 50 to 60% is what the occupancies have been in the last month or so.
Are you worried about this upcoming low season then, the rainy season, and for your staff as well? Will you be able to maintain all the staff?
We've obviously we're concerned about the business levels. We're doing as much as we can to make sure that we can get business in, and we're being obviously very reactive on the rates. So we don't think it's going to be a total disaster. It's going to be down, but it won't be a total disaster. Obviously, we're looking at all cost-saving measures. We're not a hiring and firing kind of company, so we'll be looking, when we need to, we'll be looking at more measures of unpaid leave, increased leave, as opposed to making redundancies.